Grand Rising, I hope you are doing well. I hope you are vibrating high, and I hope you are sun gazing. To all my sun gazers out there, I know that you're keeping up with this energy field connection because you want to be an ascended master. Oh, you've actually been one. Ever since you joined this channel, you've been growing spiritually, and this has been helping you greatly. I hope you are following each and every step of things that I'm telling you to do, and they're helping you expand to grow spiritually. People are going through a spiritual awakening, and so many of you guys are finding it hard to actually begin with the process of you having to be spiritual. Let me tell you this, already you are spiritual. You just need to start practicing it. Everybody in this world is spiritual. It doesn't matter what color you are, yellow, white, blue, orange, purple. You are spiritual, or even if it means that you have all the rainbow colors within you. There's like you are spiritual. Everybody is spiritual. It's all about you having to take part in the spiritual journey. And today I want to give you 5 keys that will help you to start connecting with your spiritual essence. Then you'll be able to live in the moment, and perhaps you'll be shifting into greater heights in the different level where you're supposed to be and suited. So keep up with me and try to understand everything that I'm going to tell you. Make sure that you subscribe and be one with this channel. If you are new on my YouTube channel, welcome. I want to tell you that you've just joined a Sun Ascended Masters, and you want to gain a master's in you having to grow spiritually and understand how the nature of the sun operates, and the energies can actually help you embark in the spiritual journey in order for you to be that ascended master. Keep it in mind that you are part of something that is great. You've been given a chance to live right now. So many people have died, but you're still here living. This is a question you must ask yourself. Why am I still living? Because there's a purpose you need to fulfill, and you shouldn't make a mistake without making this purpose to be fulfilled, making sure that it becomes true. So keep this in mind. I am so alive, so alive, so alive, so alive, so alive, so alive. Come say this with me. I am so alive. I'm so alive, so alive, so alive, so alive, so alive. Let's say it for the last time. Mean it this time. I am so alive. I'm so alive, so alive, so alive, so alive, so alive. Listen, I'm giving you all the positive energy, cosmic light, eternal healing, eternal blessing. Keep it inside of you, put it elsewhere, and give it to somebody else by sharing this video right now. Somebody might be looking for an answer on how I should actually start my spiritual journey in order for me to progress up high and be an ascended master or an ascended something in this world. So you're going to have to do right by sharing this video right now and making sure that it gets to so many people. I want to say thank you very much again for growing my channel. It has been so great. I really do appreciate you. Now, let's go at it without wasting time, right? Without wasting time. Number 1, prayer. In order for you to connect spiritually, you need to learn how to pray. When you pray, it is you speaking to God that is inside of you, not somebody that's outside of you. That is why today you need to understand that every time when you pray, you're speaking to yourself, your guides that are inside of you, and your higher self. Having to convey that message in order for you to having to convey that message in order for you to be able to communicate with the guides that are inside of you, that will actually help to guide you in every process that you need to go through in order for you to actually bring success into your life. Now, I want to advise you that if you want to make a prayer that is so strong, you need to invoke the energy of the candles. When you light up a candle, you're literally igniting your ancestors to be in that candle in order for you now to have a communication with your eyes closed. One of the most important thing as well is that when you close your eyes, it is not just you having to close your eyes. Now you have to bring back the memory of imagination in order for you now to step into your reality and start to create things for yourself. Literally that way you're shifting into something great that will make everything possible into your life. So when you pray, you need to put images in your mind. Everything that you're praying for, you need to focus to that. See it actually living and becoming true in this physical world from a spiritual aspect before, because everything that you're going to make physical in this world, first you must start to actually interact with them spiritually within your mind. So when you light up a candle, now you're connecting the two, right? You're making it a 3. That connectivity in order for you to have the unity with your higher self and your guides. They are speaking to you. That is a God overall talking and communicating with you. Okay, that's how you're actually doing it. Now you're gonna they will communicate with you because you've actually started to open that door, having to make a call to say, I want to speak to you, God. Hear me out. Hear my words. This is what I want. This is what I'm saying. Help me out. Guide me throughout the process for me to become spiritual. Then you'll start to actually have that relationship with your higher self and your God that's inside of you. Through lighting the candles. 3 a.m. is always the best time for you to pray. And I want you to understand something. Keep this in mind. When you're praying for something, let's say you're going to have a 3-day prayer or 7-day prayer, focus in whatever that is that you're praying for. Throughout the whole entire day you're going to pray for. Don't pray for this today and tomorrow praying for something else. Rather finish the period of the window you've just opened and pray for those things. From there, make another channel and start a new day, the 3 days or 7 days praying for something else. It is like manifestation. You can't manifest two things at the same time. It becomes difficult for your manifestation now to come true because now you're confusing your universe mind. Which one is it that you want to actually have first? Therefore, the result takes even longer. But now if you're focusing into one thing first, when you're done with it, you move on to the next, then everything of yours will actually start to come to light. You'll start to see the results of your prayers. And when you pray, don't be too desperate, right? Don't be too desperate. Pray and be genuine about it and feel the essence. Don't direct your prayer to something else or somebody else or calling someone. You need to understand that when you're praying, you're speaking to yourself and all the prayer is directed in your mind because you have the power to make things happen every time you channel words with your mouth. So you must keep that in mind. Number 2, meditation. Having to do meditation now, it is God speaking to you. Your higher self that's inside of your mind is the one that's speaking to you. How so? It is now giving you all the information that you're supposed to have in order for you to be able to better your life in this physical world. Now, when you're doing meditation, simply you have to sit down in the lotus position, have a glass of water. Each and every minute or so, have to drink that water in order for the process to become very smooth. This will also help build up your chakras and to be better properly aligned. Now, when you're meditating, you're focusing everything into your mind, right? As you're focusing everything into your mind, you're creating that communication. You start to have to bring the imagination of everything that you want to actually create. Now, when you meditate, you're creating the universe within you and starting to actually establish the things that you want to bring forth into this physical world. The more and the longer you meditate, it makes things much more easy. I know that a lot of you guys, when you start to meditate, you're starting to have so many images or things that are happening past or things that happened yesterday. They come in so many numbers, so much numbers, you're unable to actually control. That's the thing. You shouldn't control everything that you're thinking in your mind at that time. You must command. So this means that you need to speak within your heart and say silence. Let this be a mantra. Keep on saying it so many times. Silence, 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 to the point that your mind now is able to command the existence of what is it that you want to bring, what is it that you want, so that you can actually start to have that peace and have that focus and do your meditations without having to be disturbed, without you having to be disturbed by your memories. So you must keep this in mind all the time. And if it is so difficult for you to do your meditation, I want you to do this for 7 days. Practice. Get an object, put it right next to you, sit down in a lotus position, look at it without moving an inch, right? Your eyes must be focused to it. The more and deeper you become focused to it for like 7 days, the following week, it'll be much more easy for you to do your meditations with your eyes closed. Keep this in mind that the more you meditate, you'll be able to now step closer to your spiritual essence. And when you're receiving all that information that's inside of you, it will actually better give you an understanding what it means to be in this world and what is it that you're actually experiencing and everything that you're going through. Now, usually this happens that you're going to go through vibration symptoms. It is something good and positive. Don't be afraid. You need to calm down and just relax. When you do your meditation, try to get a sage or an incense, right? Light it up with your candles and let that energy protect your aura, because when you meditate, you're literally now traveling. Your energy, your spirit, your soul is now traveling into different realities. That is why now you actually have to you're going to come across so many images or other different beings. You having to burn an incense or a sage will actually protect you from unwanted energies not to actually interact with you. This will help you spiritually and you'll start to be connected. Number 3, You having to connect with nature. Now, this is very important. Like I always tell you, that is why I always tell you, do your do your sun gazing. You having to connect with nature is one of the greatest things that will actually connect you with your spiritual essence. You need to be around nature. You need to be around trees, right? You need to be grounded. You need to take off your shoes, walk with your barefoot all the time. Try to ground yourself and connect with this energy. Nature is the spiritual essence that carries information, frequency, and vibration. When you connect with nature, now you're remembering everything you might have forgotten. I don't want to say that forgotten, but you might have forgotten. Now you bring back all the memory to know what it means to be part of nature, because that's who you are overall, right? You are connected with this energy, and it comes with an experience when you have to interact with nature. Look at the animals. Animals are always surrounded with nature, right? Surrounded in nature, they're inside of nature, and they're living their life beautifully all the time. So you having to visit that motion or that moment, now you'll actually be able to open the doorway in order for you to actually connect spiritually. And this is a wonderful experience, right? It is a wonderful experience because now you're receiving all the information within your mind, within your body. You're having to actually connect this energy to something pure and positive for you. And this will change your environment. The moment when you're inside of nature, you are able to explore, you're able to think, you're able to imagine, right? You're able to actually rise above everything that has been such a burden. That's why you need to take note. Every time when you're in nature, you're so different. The moment when you come back in the town or wherever you're staying, the mood just changes, right? So that is why it is important for you to actually stay connected with nature so that you can be motivated. Usually this happens if your body is light, right? And you're having a healthy diet. Your body will start to feel like picking up. You'll start feeling like floating. I know that a lot of you have been feeling this thing whenever you're in nature. That's what I'm talking about. You become so alive. You become so alive and one with your higher self, and the pure essence of everything that you're trying to establish in life makes things much more easy for you. So you have to keep this in mind and connect with nature, and this will help you to be part of your spiritual essence and start to grow. And now you'll start to see things in a different way that will motivate you to keep on doing this thing, because it is where you're supposed to live to the fullest. Number 4, it is important for you to always do yoga, right? I know some of you might be thinking, but Ra, I'm a big size. How will I be able to do yoga? Here's the thing. This is not about your body, right? It's not about your body, whether or not you're big size or you're not, right? You can actually do yoga either way. It's all about you having to choose the position that are most comfortable for you to actually do. When you do that without having to pressure yourself, you'll be able to actually stretch your body. Stretching your body is one of the ancient things that has been practiced throughout the whole history. Our ancestors have been practicing this thing to the point that it was helping them to move step closer to the spiritual essence. The energies that are here inside of you, especially your root at the back of your spine, the Kundalini, it is unable to actually maneuver your whole entire body to start to bring the process of a healing that you need to have and be connected with. So when you have to actually stretch your whole entire body, this will help you now connect the electricity, which is the spiritual air force, or the spiritual essence within you, to start now to actually connect with all the nervous system that will start to actually charge you up, and now you'll start to realize all the power that's inside of you. So when you have to stretch your body, you are now bringing forth all that energy. You are revitalizing your energy, and now you're starting to be connected. That is why most of the time, the moment when you wake up in the morning, you feel like you just have to stretch your body, stretch out your body, because this makes you feel a whole. Right? It makes you feel united with something which you don't understand, but you can feel it within you that it is genuine, and it makes me feel so alive. So having to do yoga at least once a week, it will help you now bring forth all the connectivity with your spiritual air force. The essence of it will actually be so beautiful to the point that now you start to see things in a different way. And this is something that can actually motivate you to grow spiritually. Before we go to the last one, I want us to do the breathing technique, the left hemisphere brain breathing and the right hemisphere brain breathing. Remember, you're holding your breath for 13 seconds. Your focus should be on your first eye. Then you hold your breath. Let us revitalize our energy. Whew! Can you feel that? Your mind is clear. Your eye vision is clear. The sound of your voice is so clear to the point that everything that you're going to utter with your mouth has a strong belief and a strong vibration. Your energy has been revitalized. That's how you feel in this way. All of your shoulders are free. You feel so free to the point that you can actually take over the world. That's what it means for you to do the breathing technique that will change your living experience right there at the moment. Now, this brings us to the fifth one. The fifth one is you having to practice the breathing techniques. Listen, this is very important. I'm telling you. You have to practice your breathing techniques in order for you to actually move step closer to your spiritual essence. Something that you need to do. The breathing technique that we just did right now, you have to do them 3 times in the morning, 3 times afternoon, and 3 times before you sleep. The more you do this breathing technique, now it'll actually charge up your mind. Your left hemisphere brain and your right hemisphere brain will start to actually be activated to a different essence. You need this because you'll be able now to understand the way of connecting with your spiritual essence. The breathing techniques are very pure. It is the breath of life. It is a breath of life that prolongs your whole entire life experience. The more you do the breathing technique, you are activating your mind. The more you're activating your mind now, you're bringing close all of this energy of a greater understanding of who you truly are when it comes to you having to practice your spirituality. So you have to do breathing techniques in order for you to actually be one with your higher self and be the essence of the power. Hold your breath sometime for like a minute, right? Hold your breath for like a minute. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out so many times. You can also apply these tactics. You can also apply these skills in your meditation. Every time when you do your meditation, do your breathing technique, and everything will actually start to connect you with the great experience of you having to become spiritual. Always keep this in mind. I'm saying the most important thing, don't forget to meditate. Don't forget to do yoga. Don't forget to sun gaze. Don't forget to keep up with the healthy diet. And don't forget to make sure that you are always detoxing your body each and every week. Listen, if you want to be the greatest version of yourself, you're going to have to practice the principles. If you want to be an ascended master, you have to practice these principles. Every time you do this, now you're helping yourself to build that essence of your spirituality to be one with your higher self. Don't make a mistake. You've come here to join this channel with your matric certificate, high certificate, diploma, degree, your PhD, your master's, because you want to add a master's within you to be an ascended master. You're welcome to always be connecting with this channel in order for you to actually grow and advance. Go out there and take over the world. I'm saying to you and everybody that's watching right now, love and cosmic light.
In this world, there are so many things which you can achieve when you are alone.
It is always good for you to always have that high.
It is very important to do these things first thing in the morning when you wake up. Don't wake up and then you start to think about food. You want to have your breakfast. Breakfast is not good at all. It slows you down anyway. But when you wake up, the first thing that you want to do